May 2024, when Bridgerton was storming our screens with its gorgeously diverse cast, a writer, Zoe Strimple, almost got herself cancelled. Why? Because she overtly fat-shamed the hugely talented Nicola Coughlan. And I quote, "Coughlan is an actress of great value and might be adored, but she's simply not plausible as the friend who would catch the handsome, rich aristocrat Colin Bridgerton's eye in that way. She's not shapely, which can work as sexy even in Hollywood. She's fat." Followed up by an equally as dreadful non-apology. My week from hell taught me what most upsets the woke. Yikes. So today, let's discuss how Nicola's character has begun to heal the hearts of so many women and children across the country, and the shift we're seeing on screen from the funny fat friend to beautiful, intelligent Bridgerton goddess. If you're new here, hello, my name is Ruth, I'm an accredited eating disorder specialist. And if this content is your cup of tea, hit the like and subscribe button. Come and join our compassionate community dedicated to binning boring beauty standards and building body confidence. Historically, women who haven't fitted traditional Hollywood beauty standards have been cast on the side as the funny, fat friend. We see great examples of this in Fat Amy in Pitch Perfect and Mercedes in Glee. These characters are in no way ugly, so it's so frustrating to see these lazy tropes being rolled out on screen time and time again, particularly because it tells any woman who doesn't fit a size UK 6 to 8 that they are somehow defective. They're not beautiful in the eyes of the patriarchy. It tells them that all their worth is being a fat, funny sideline character. But Bridgerton has turned the tides. We are now having our main character moment. Penelope's glow-up will go down in history as one of the best. Why? Because the glow-up did not involve her changing her body. And rightly so, because it was entirely unnecessary. Zoe scathingly wrote in her frankly terrible article, "She's not hot and there's no escaping it." As I was reminded recently when she graced Harper's Bazaar cover in a fabulous outfit that did not change her not hotness. But my question, Zoe, is not hot for who? Under a patriarchal male gaze, very few women actually fit the beauty standard. And those who do have often had to undergo significant surgical alterations to do so. Whether it be Instagram face or an altered and often underweight body that's been popularised by Korn.
So speaking of the male gaze, one of the things that I get thrown at myself a lot as someone who does aesthetic treatments is, "Oh, don't get that done. Men don't like it." To which I feel like the only rational response is that's completely irrelevant. I'm not getting these treatments done because I care about a man's opinion about it. Their opinion on my face or my body is completely irrelevant, and the fact that this is brought up as if it has some relevance is really problematic.
Nicola, for many of us, was a huge breath of fresh air on our screens. Why? Because she wasn't a woman bending to these standards. She is a woman who so many of us can look at and relate to. She's a Renaissance painting. She is Venus in her shell. Nicola is beautiful and Nicola is hot. I mean, the green dress scene, come on. By saying that because Nicola is fat and therefore undesirable, tells every woman who doesn't fit these boring patriarchal beauty standards that they can never be hot and that their worth under the male gaze is solely based on their weight. And if that sounds familiar, it's because it's a message that you are being bombarded with every day of your life. Thinness does not equate hotness. And how do I know that? Because I work in eating disorders. And I can promise you, there's nothing hot about being underweight. What does happen is that your skin breaks out, your hair falls out, your hormones are so disrupted that you can lose your period, and you're much more likely to develop long-term chronic and debilitating physical conditions. In fact, recently during a TikTok trend, women discussed how their Roman Empire is how to become thin or how to stay thin. What a huge waste of mental and physical energy that is for us. So why are these Bridgerton boys both so attracted to Penelope? Firstly, because she's a multi-dimensional, desirable woman. She's intelligent, she's funny, she's entrepreneurial, and she's so beautiful. Secondly, because as men written to respect women and not view them from a distorted patriarchal perspective, they can see that Penelope is smoking hot. If you haven't seen episode 5, Spoilers ahead. In episode 5, we see Colin not only desiring Penelope, but also helping her see herself through his lens. Nicola had mentioned it in an article that she wanted to be very naked on screen this season, and fans, we were not disappointed. Now, I can't show this scene because YouTube will never let me post anything again. However, if this woman is not hot, then who is? Nicola Coughlan is beautiful and funny and so dynamic and very, very intelligent. And she is hot. We can all see that she's hot from a very healthy female gaze. And it's so nice for me as an eating disorder specialist to see so many of my own patients feeling so seen by Penelope. They're seeing their own body finally represented on screen in such an amazing, desirable way. Zoe's articles gave me the worst pick-me, internalized misogynistic energy, because by claiming that hotness has a weight requirement means that women everywhere reading that will have unreasonable patriarchal standards doubled down on them by a woman who claims to be a feminist. And guess what? This type of dialogue is exactly the type that can exacerbate eating disorders. Tell me, what did you think of Zoe's articles? Or Nicola's responses? And how do you feel about this season's leading lady glow up? If you're still here, thank you. Be kind to yourself, and I will see you very, very soon.